My name is Matthew Maerowitz. I primarily deal with criminal defense cases and personal injury. I got my undergrad degree from Boston College in economics. I shortly thereafter decided to go to law school. I went to the University of Arizona in Tucson, graduated in May 2013, and I've been practicing for almost 3 years now. I particularly like what I do because I'm working with individuals. I feel like I have a meaningful role in somebody's life. I can help out somebody who's having a legal matter. One of the primary goals that I have is I want people to feel at least much more comfortable with the whole legal process when I'm there with them. I want people to make sure that they're well informed, make sure that they have somebody who they can call and they're going to get those answers. And I think so many people can be frustrated with the legal system because they just don't understand it all. There's a lot going on. So it's great to have somebody there who can advise somebody of what to expect and kind of how to proceed forward. So I think that's something that's really rewarding for me, but also too, at the end of the whole process, my goal is to make sure that somebody turns out to almost be a better person than when they started, because they realize whether it's a criminal defense case and they don't want something like this ever to happen again, or it's a personal injury case where somebody feels almost cheated, by the system, by the insurance companies that aren't paying out their claims, and they know that there are people that are there to help, that are there to really make sure, justice is done or claims are appropriately paid. I am involved in the sense that I try to network a lot. So I do try to get out there, meet a lot of people. I like also meeting younger people, people in their 20s and 30s who have ambition to start something new. So I meet a lot of young business owners, and I try to do what I can to help out other business owners. And similarly, I try to stay in touch with them so we can, stay in contact and see if there's anything we can do to help each other's practice or business out. I think there are a lot of challenges with operating a small law firm and being in charge with the day-to-day activities. I handle cases front and back, which is extremely rewarding in that I feel like I have such an important role in a person's case, but it's also very challenging because it means I don't have, a huge staff to manage my caseload. The good news is I take the credit and blame, so I feel like I'm personally responsible for each and every client's case. I can't put the blame on anybody else, and I think that holds me accountable to all of my cases. Another thing that's challenging is I have to basically manage the firm in such a way that I can maintain the firm. I can get the word out there so people know the Maerowitz Law Firm exists, and we provide quality legal representation. And obviously, if you're not part of that, big firm environment, nobody's going to do that work for you. So that's another challenge, is make sure your name gets out there. My first piece of advice is don't go in thinking you know all the answers, because I can guarantee you that there's going to be new questions that are going to pop up that you didn't even anticipate. So that's the first thing. The other thing is understand that you're going to face some serious challenges along the way, but it's also going to be rewarding because you are going to reap some of the benefits of being the person in charge, and growing something out of essentially nothing. If you're an entrepreneur, you basically take an idea and make it come into fruition, whether that be a successful law practice or any other business, such as an accounting firm or even doctor's office. So I think that's really rewarding, that you're kind of starting from the ground up and you are basically growing something out of nothing, which is, I think, pretty neat. But it is important to stay humble and realize that you're going to learn a lot along the way. You're going to hit some bumps. It's going to be challenging, but ultimately, hopefully, very rewarding.